Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy. And today, a ballot Dropbox burned, but now this was brought to me on Discord. It was posted by TGS, which in parentheses, Mal/Damos. So I was like, in this title, CBS Los Angeles, Ballot Dropbox catches fire in Baldwin Park. It's a minute 31 seconds. He found it on YouTube, and it's one reason why I don't watch paid media. Others call mainstream media. I just call it paid media. And why a lot of places on YouTube, the social media elites have become their own worst enemy. So this is how I'm going to play this and stop it where I need to or want to and explain things briefly. And it's not going to be on your screen, but that's why I told you the whole name and stuff like that, so you can find it yourself. It's a minute 31 seconds. This is how I hear and listen to things now. This is why I don't watch the news. All right, this is why I do what I do. And well, I'll just jump right into it. So the story begins. You got these two people up here on the desk. So let's check, make sure this is, yeah, all right. This is all good. All right, let me play. You can't see it, but you can definitely hear it. So here we go.
Voting ballot box caught fire in Baldwin Park.
Investigators think somebody did it on purpose. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live with details. Tina.
Oh, and I just want to say, Tina she got a mask on, and it's awesome. And guess what? You can hear her. She doesn't sound muffled. Guess what? She's breathing. You know what else? She's reporting. So that's probably the most positive thing I am going to say about this whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Good morning. We are on Baldwin Park Boulevard or Avenue right in front of the library, and you can see the box is now taped off. An investigation is underway. Take a look at this video. The fire was reported around 8 o'clock last night. Firefighters responded, first putting their hose inside the slot of the box to put the fire out, then having to cut the box open and removing stacks of burned ballots.
My question is, why is that even important? You know, and there's a lot of, look, why was this box out there like that, unprotected, you know, unpersoned, to be very neutral, unpersoned, not unmanned or not unwomaned or not unfemale, just unpersoned. Why was it not guarded? It's just out there. Someone could tip it over, shake the stuff out if they wanted, but them having to cut into it, not important. And the next part is not important.
It is not clear what started the fire, if someone may have put something in that slot. Police are investigating this as a possible arson, but they don't know whether any security cameras in the area may have caught anything.
Okay. What is the point of putting your Dropbox in a place that has no security? Why would you not know if there is or is not security? Literally, why is this place failing unless that is the design? Because everything is going wrong, and this is 44 seconds in at this moment. None of this is meaningful. She hasn't said anything important other than it was a fire, it was a Dropbox. You know, is it arson? No lightning bolt has happened. You can look around, in a very humid area, spontaneous combustion isn't going to happen. It does not happen. Fires don't happen in the water without a catalyst. Something has to be there. People in Virginia and some people in Michigan, when they was lighting their water on fire, it's because they had the chemicals in the water to catch fire when they put the flame to it. This right here makes no sense in terms of what should be sensical. You know, so I'm gonna let it keep going.
It is unclear how many ballots were inside the box or how badly they were damaged, but we do know that those ballots are now in the custody of Baldwin Hills Police. We have reached out to the registrar to see.
Okay, first of all, it doesn't matter how many is in there. One is enough. And in truth, if there were none in there and this caught fire, that's still horrible because then it's trying to burn the place that people could drop their ballots off. So it doesn't matter the number. It does not matter. The fact that it happened is important. Numbers mean nothing to the actuality of it. This is why I hate news reporting, and I hate when people only report because they sound dumb.
See if they know when the last time this particular ballot box was empty, and when
the registrar isn't going to tell you anything. Look, this is from my years and years of not reporting but listening, almost growing on the news. They don't do follow-ups unless it's important to their money. It is unimportant. Therefore, all you're going to get is, we reached out to the registrar. Really? If you reached out and they haven't responded, either they don't respect you or you didn't reach out. It's that simple. When was the last time? So you mean to tell me you reported this instead of getting an answer? So there are lies already in the report. You know, she's already lying.
what the process will be to find the voters who may have had their ballots affected by this fire. Now,
yeah, you find nothing. You find nothing. You're gonna contact the voters from burned, singed, seared, crispy, crackly letters? Really? Not gonna happen. So you can't reach out to the ones. And when you don't, there weren't millions of ballots in there. There weren't. You know, there just weren't, going on what they had showed. So, I mean, literally, you have to go through every single one that is legible and then say, if you cast your vote, you need to send us your name or something, or resend ballots. Resend them out and say, we're going to delay our process to make sure we do this right. Send them out, have everyone fill them back out, and any duplicates you have are ones that they've already done it. So if you see the same name, the same address, and all that stuff, then the second one you get, you can just throw that away and keep the first. Anything that's not a duplicate, you keep. That's the Bucho effect. It's very simple.
Now back out here live, this situation of course will be investigated, but this is a good reminder for anyone using ballot boxes like this, that there is a process you can sign up for to track your ballot to make sure that once you drop it off, it does get delivered. Also,
it got burned. They dropped it off. It got burned. To make sure it gets delivered to what? To what? Asheville? Because that's about it. I mean, that was just dumb to say. It's like, yeah, let's make sure everyone knows this important information of what they can make sure they do, that just cut off at the nuts. Literally, they're just cut off at the knees, the nuts, the hips, the thighs. I don't care, the neck. It's done. And they will never know, because no one's going to say, hey, the person that we couldn't read, we called you somehow, we knew it was you, and your ballot got burned. It don't work that way.
So we want to remind you that today is the last day to register in the state of California. So if you've not done that, then you want to contact your registrar, make sure that you get that taken care of today. We'll send it back.
See how dumb that was? See how dumb that was? Make sure, hey, we need to make sure you understand the information so you can cast your ballot and make sure it's protected, even though it's already burned. And oh yeah, it's the last day, so yeah. So what's the point of reporting? That literally all she reported was nothing. This is the news. This is what people tune into. This is the high level, high intellectual people wearing a suit thing that they tune into and you know, they just appeal to. Well, they said it. Look at them. They're getting paid and they're on TV, so they're saying the right things. No.
back to you in the studio.
No, that was literally that was a dumpster fire of reporting. You don't, when you report, that means you have investigated. You don't just, you know what? This is how I would have done the reporting. This is how I would have done it. I would have said like this. in Baldwin Park, Los Angeles, there was a ballot drop box that was burned. They are investigating the situation. It seems that it's going to lead to arson because there is no other reason for this to be on fire. Hopefully there is someone available, whether their shop or the person that was videotaping, that could see who have done this and maybe bring this person to justice. If you have placed your ballot into this drop box at this location, at this address, then you need to contact your local officials, councils, governors, mayor, whichever it is, so you can make sure you get another copy so you can place your ballot and hope that you get an extension. Please request an extension so that you can cast your vote. This is an egregious thing, and we hope that we have a justice system that will not only find the arson or person or situation that caused this, but that everyone can definitely get their vote in, whether it be on time or late, but it must be counted, and this should be seen as a rational delay of things. And then leave a number up there that can show who to contact about seeing if your ballot was, charred or not. That's how I would do it. And then if I say I'm going to do a follow-up, I would do a follow-up. But I have watched the news for years before stopping, and they never did a follow-up unless it was something that was on the lips of everyone and they were still getting ratings off the first one. That's the only reason they do a follow-up. Other than that, there's no follow-up. They never spoke. They never did anything. And if you do try to contact the person they said that they contact, normally they have not. I know. I've checked in the past. Made me give up. So, and the reason I'm not saying where and stuff, because that would pretty much give you a 20-mile radius of where I live, and screw that. So, yeah, my history shows that their present is all BS. In any case, this is why you need critical thinking, everybody. All right? Things happen. The news and any other things, they're not going to get it perfect. They're not going to say all the right things. I will never say all the right things because I'm fallible. I make mistakes. That's what happens. You make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm going to keep making mistakes, not on purpose. I am not a fan of my mistakes. No one should be a fan of their mistakes, but we should learn from them. And when you have news reporting that don't learn from their mistakes, or they don't want to do better reporting or being a better journalist, then there's a problem. You deserve better. You deserve someone to give you the news properly, do the actual investigating that they say they do, and report on it and follow it up. You deserve that. You trust in it. They should honor your trust. This has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.